Hello, I'm Simon. Welcome to my channel. And this week is a two-parter. The first part, I'm going to show you how I built this fold-away router table for my MFT Style workbench. And next week I'll take you through the build of the router fence and wiring. First, I cut a piece of 18mm birch ply to the same length as the depth of my MFT Style workbench. This is an offcut left over from when I built my workbench. So the width of the router table has been dictated by the width of the offcut that I had available. I then marked out where the router table plate insert will go and drill a hole in the corner for my jigsaw, and using the jigsaw cut a hole. This hole is smaller than the router plate. As an aside, I'm never really sure if I should be calling it a router or a router. If you have a view on this, then please leave a comment. I then use my plunge router to create a recessed shelf that the router insert can sit in. So I'll give my routing skills about 3 out of 10. I came down a bit here by mistake. There's a bit of a gap here which I'll need to fill, and there's a little bit of a gap here. I've managed to get it completely level with the top by using a little bit of insulation tape to get it perfect. So whilst I need a lot more practice with the router, I have managed to achieve the result I wanted, which was a completely flat router plate in this piece of wood. And I shall try and hide my mistakes with some filler. So I hide all my mistakes with filler. Hopefully putting the router in a table will help me improve my woodwork, so I'll use less filler in the future. I'm using gate hinges left over from when I built my observatory, but a couple of them need to be cut short so that they don't interfere with the router plate. Once cut, I round the ends over using my bench grinder. I fix the hinges to the underside of the router table using a temporary fence to make sure they are all positioned correctly. The hinges will be screwed into the edge of the ply worktop, so it needs a little additional support which I glue in place. So this is a test fit. I've added this piece of wood here to give me enough space to screw the hinges in, and this surface is being held flush with the top with these two pieces of wood, and it's flush here, so all that's really left is to pilot the holes and screw the screws in to connect the hinges. I then need to add the supports, which will go from here up to here, so that when it's in use it's held securely in the open position. And with the top clamped in place, I fit the hinges to the workbench. The table will be supported by a couple of legs that hinge in the middle and at each end. These turn out to be a little fiddly to set up and require a little trial and error to get the right placement on the router table top and workbench. but with the magic of video it's been edited so it looks like I know what I'm doing. I'm using a fence to ensure the legs remain aligned. I've got a small amount of play on this side, which I don't want. I want it to be solid. I don't have any play at all on the other side. And the reason for this is there's a small gap here on the hinge. It's tiny. So I've made this little piece, which I'm just going to slot in here. Now that has completely removed the play. It's just that little shim solves that problem. I want to fit a couple of T-tracks to the top which will enable me to secure a fence and accessories such as feather boards. I'll cover the fence build in more detail in my next video. I now take several passes with the router. I'm cutting across the grain on the top of the ply, and this makes it look quite messy. I was worried at first, but it cleaned up really easily with a chisel. I also don't have a router bit that is 19mm in diameter, so I have to make 2 passes to get the correct width. Here you can see a few rookie mistakes I made. I veered away from the guide, which I'll fix later. I should have locked the bench wheels, and for cutting the left hand line I should have started the cut closest to the camera. Hopefully practice will improve my skills. I now square off the end with a chisel. I looked everywhere on Amazon for a square router bit but couldn't find one anywhere. If you know where I can get one, let me know in the comments. I route out the second T-track slot off camera and cut down some screws. Which I use to fix the T-slot in place. I'm not going to rely on gravity preventing the supports from folding up on me. You can imagine the trouble I'll get into if the router table collapsed. So I'm adding up and over clamps to both supports. This also makes the whole table rock solid. All that's left now is to attach the router. Next week I'll cover building the fence and the electrical system with emergency stop. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thumbs up and subscriptions are really important to a small channel like mine, so I'd love it if you could take the time to subscribe. And as always, I really welcome your comments. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video.